Welcome to Expert Living, your trusted source for exploring the deep connections between health challenges and the actionable steps you can take to lead a better life. Here, we demystify the complex science of health and wellness, breaking it down into practical knowledge that empowers you to take charge of your well-being. In today's episode, we're uncovering a hidden health threat that silently impacts millions of people: sleep apnea. More importantly, we'll explore its strong connection to heart disease, a connection that could mean the difference between a long, healthy life and a series of avoidable health complications. Stick with us as we reveal the surprising ways these two conditions are linked, and most importantly, how you can manage or prevent them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Expert Living. Together, let's take the first step toward a healthier, happier life. Let's dive in. What is sleep apnea? Sleep apnea is not merely about feeling tired or snoring loudly. It's a complex and serious medical condition that affects your body at its core. To understand its true impact, let's begin by defining what happens during sleep apnea. It's a sleep disorder where breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. These interruptions, known as apneic events, can occur dozens or even hundreds of times during sleep, depriving the body of much-needed oxygen. Each time an apneic event occurs, the body struggles to maintain airflow. This momentary cessation in breathing isn't just a minor inconvenience, it has a cascading effect on your body's overall function. The effects of sleep apnea extend beyond disrupted sleep patterns. Imagine this scenario. Every time your breathing stops, your brain detects the drop in oxygen levels and triggers an emergency response. This response, while life-saving in the moment, is highly stressful for the body. Stress hormones like adrenaline flood the system, your heart races, and your blood vessels constrict. This reaction, happening night after night, places an immense burden on your cardiovascular system. But what makes sleep apnea especially insidious is how often it goes unnoticed. Many people don't know they have the condition, brushing off their symptoms as harmless snoring or blaming their daytime fatigue on a busy lifestyle. In reality, untreated sleep apnea can lead to long-term health problems, including severe cardiovascular issues, cognitive impairment, and even a shortened lifespan. It's not just about poor quality sleep, it's about the systemic damage caused by the ongoing lack of oxygen during what should be a time of rest and repair for your body. How common is sleep apnea? The prevalence of sleep apnea is staggering, with studies estimating that it affects over 900 million adults worldwide. What's more alarming is that a significant majority of these cases remain undiagnosed. According to a landmark study published in The Lancet Respiratory Medicine, nearly 80% of moderate to severe cases of obstructive sleep apnea, OSA, are undetected. This means millions are living with the condition and its potential consequences without receiving the necessary treatment or even realizing the risk they face. The condition doesn't discriminate, but certain populations are at higher risk. Obesity is one of the most significant contributors to sleep apnea, with overweight individuals being particularly vulnerable. Excess fat around the neck and chest compresses the airway, making it more likely to collapse during sleep. Age also plays a role. The risk of sleep apnea increases as we grow older, although younger people, including children, are not immune. Men are more commonly affected than women, although hormonal changes during menopause equalize the risk in older age groups. Despite these risk factors, sleep apnea is often misunderstood. The tendency to associate snoring with humor or benign annoyance masks the seriousness of the condition. Snoring, while common, is often the most visible symptom of obstructive sleep apnea. However, it's the silent pauses in breathing, the apneic events themselves, that cause the real damage. This disconnect in awareness underscores the urgent need for education and awareness campaigns about the risks and realities of sleep apnea. The science behind sleep apnea and heart disease. The relationship between sleep apnea and heart disease is a complex interplay of biological stressors that accumulate over time, often unnoticed until they lead to severe health outcomes. The repeated cessation of breathing during sleep sets off a chain reaction within the body. To fully understand this connection, let's delve deeper into the science behind it. Every time an apneic event occurs, oxygen levels in the blood plummet. This condition, known as intermittent hypoxia, is like subjecting your body to repeated altitude sickness every single night. The brain, Detecting this oxygen deprivation sends emergency signals to wake the body up just enough to resume breathing. This activation of the body's fight or flight response results in a cascade of physiological changes. Heart rate spikes, blood pressure surges, and stress hormones like cortisol flood the bloodstream. Over time, these nightly stressors translate into chronic health conditions. High blood pressure or hypertension is one of the most direct outcomes. When your blood vessels are repeatedly exposed to surging blood pressure, they lose their elasticity and become more susceptible to damage. This creates the perfect environment for atherosclerosis, a condition where plaques build up inside the arteries, narrowing them and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Additionally, the inflammation caused by sleep apnea exacerbates cardiovascular risks. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury, but when it becomes chronic, it damages tissues and organs. This is particularly harmful to the heart and blood vessels, accelerating the progression of cardiovascular disease. Moreover, the oxidative stress caused by intermittent hypoxia further compounds the damage, creating a vicious cycle that places immense strain on the cardiovascular system. Thank you for joining us on this comprehensive journey into the link between sleep apnea and heart disease. At Expert Living, our mission is to empower you with knowledge that transforms your health and life. We hope this video has shed light on the critical importance of recognizing and treating sleep apnea, not just for better sleep, but for a healthier heart and a longer life. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of health topics that matter. Your journey toward better health starts with informed choices, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Until next time, stay healthy, stay informed, and keep living your best life.